won by the Utah Jazz. Rubio to Favors. That'll get out of bounds off one of the T-Wolves. Joe Ingles. Ricky Rubio. Good start. He's made his first shot.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
It's Minnesota basketball. Derrick Rose slams it down.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
To Gobert. Short jumper won't go down. Rose to Wiggins. Oh, not a good pass there as it's stolen by Utah.
Pick up that sense of urgency. Here's a chance to break the tie.
It's good. If you don't stand in his way, he's going to make you pay.
There's only so many times you can hide from the truth. That was horrific defense. Just got to get it back on the next possession.
Rose to Wiggins. Rose. Derrick Rose, still a sight to see. Well defended. He finds a way to knock it down.
Okay, I see you throwing the ball like a quarterback in the pocket for the touchdown.
Utah's got it. To Rubio. Ricky Rubio, 2 for 2. That's what you want.
The defense needs to be in more of a stance and react better. A player with that kind of NBA talent level will get to the rim every time with moves like that.
Rose to Wiggins. Here comes the screen. Rose to Towns. The pass set it all up.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Here's Rubio into the front court. Down a point. To Favors. Wide open shot. Nice to see him expand his arsenal.
What a pass. I have no clue how that ball even made it through the traffic.
Jimmy Butler goes down last year, nearly cost Minnesota the playoffs. When he's healthy, what makes him so dangerous?
Well, he's a versatile player. He's a guy that can lock up on a defensive end and the guy that can give you 20-plus points every single night. Let's remember, he missed 21 games last year. That's a quarter of the season. But the team didn't do that bad without him. They went 10-11. If these guys can finally come together and build some chemistry, they're a team that could be a 6 or a 5 seed in the West.
It's Mitchell controlling the offense. Oh, they call him for the foul.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor.
Substitutions, Utah. Substitutions, Minnesota.
Rubio to Gobert. And it's rejected by Jang.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Jazz pick it up. Rubio into the front court. The score 10-8. Beyond the arc for 3. That one off the mark. It's no good. Knocked loose. Jazz have it. Grayson Allen to Rubio. Here comes the screen. Rubio to Allen. Has a look. Wide open look, won't go.
Ooh, I'm telling you right now, he will not get a better look than that right there the rest of the night.
Shot from the lane, won't go. Here's Rubio up top. Down 2. Runner here, won't go. Timberwolves have the basketball. To Wiggins. Fires the three. His first effort off the mark. Rubio.
1 minute remaining in the first quarter.
Just enough of a head fake to help on that one.
Someone's been working on that one for weeks behind closed doors. That's why they call it practice.
Now a timeout here for the Timberwolves as they'll go over some tactics now in this first quarter of play. Changes coming from both sides right now. Rose into the front court. 10-all is our score. Throws it down. Jay, this is getting scary fast.
If you're the defense, you have to deny him the ball. Maybe throw a box and one. Maybe throw a zone. Maybe even throw the kitchen sink because he's putting on a show in the first quarter.
Here's Rubio into the front court. It's 12-10. Trying to cash in. It's good. That's the guy you want to leave open.
Tie ball game so far. Neither one of these teams really able to pull ahead. Might be time to put the bench players in the game, and let's see who could differentiate themselves.
Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Grayson Allen. Rose into the front court. It's 14-12. And a putback slam. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Utah ball. For three. Can't connect. Deep three at the buzzer. That'll do it for the period. It's the Timberwolves in front. Second quarter set to start. This is what we like. This game is certainly in the balance.
I really like what I'm seeing. Both teams look engaged. There's some trash talking going on the court. I think this has a making to be a big-time game.
And it's blocked by Gibson.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
And they called a foul. Jay, he was there too late.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big-time play.
First one goes down. And he makes them both. Utah with the possession. Nice pass to set things up. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. To Rose. Taj Gibson. To Rose. Here comes the screen. Rose. A drive down the lane, but the shot stays out.
One of the best kept secrets in the game. Utilizing a head fake. Get the defender in the air. Crack into him. Don't give the refs any excuse not to call foul. I put that one on you. You went up a little bit lazy.
Rare three for Rose. Defense was ready. Mitchell with the basketball. Down 6. Oh, they called the foul, Jay.
For any fans out there that thought Donovan Mitchell didn't put any stock into the fact that he was not the Rookie of the Year, you are wrong. Donovan Mitchell was that type of guy that uses everything in his power to fuel him to be the best on the court each and every day. If that was a campaign he built with Adidas, rookie question mark, it doesn't matter. That perceived failure is something that will only make this kid better tomorrow.
Jazz have the ball. Shot for Mitchell won't go.
You see, Ed, this is where coaches get fired. It's great to have good offensive sets, but if you can't execute, then the play was a failure.
Now ready with a couple of free throws.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Derrick Rose at the line. And he connects on the first free throw.
Good shot, buddy. Good shot, buddy.
And gets both to drop at the line. Now whistle and a timeout for Utah as they'll talk things over here in the second quarter.
Fans have noticed the red donation boxes located around the concourse. We're accepting non-perishable food items for the homeless in our community. Our thanks go to those who have already participated in this community event.
Donovan Mitchell with the rock. Sizing up the defense. Joe Ingles. Driving right to the basket. Right down the lane, but the shot won't go.
Yo, big kudos to the defender. It seems like the mere presence of him in the paint was enough to throw off the concentration of the guy trying to drop the layup in.
Here comes the screen. To Taj Gibson.
He sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Mitchell with it up top. They find themselves down 10.
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. 47 wins for Minnesota. They squeak into the playoffs. What's key to take that next step?
If you're Scott Layden, the GM of the Wolves, the one person you're waiting for to arrive is Andrew Wiggins. Now, he had an impressive 3 seasons that earned him a max deal. But we watched this young man go from being the second option behind Jimmy Butler to now the third option behind Karl Anthony Towns. He averaged 17.5 points last year, but you need him to be a max-type player for this team to take the next leap.
To Gobert. Oh, with the foul, and a chance coming up at the line.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
Nope, first one does not go.
Substitutions, Utah. Entering the game.
Good bounce back, hits the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. To Wiggins.
In the second quarter.
Towns. Mitchell with the basketball. Down 11. And they call it.
Welcome to New Age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
That's his second personal foul. Team foul
Mitchell.
number 3.
And the rebound taken by the Wolves. Gibson to Wiggins. Stuffs it down with authority. Whoa, that was like an express train. No local stops.
It's like you walking into the tunnel getting ready before this game. I saw you. You were locked in. You had the horse blinders on. You were myopic. Nobody was stopping you. You were focused.
Jay, there's a level we have to reach, game in and game out. Gamers know what it's about. It's Donovan Mitchell with the rock. To Gobert. Wow, look at him dive for the loose ball. A good defense by the Jazz as they come away with it. Rubio into the front court. His guys currently down by 13. To Gobert. Here comes the screen. To Rubio.
1 minute remaining in the second quarter.
The Jazz with 4 in the shot clock. Ricky Rubio. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
I wasn't quite expecting him to get there, but I can be wrong. Sometimes, not a lot, but maybe sometimes.
Taj Gibson fires the 3, and he can't get it to go down. It's no good. And they call the foul. Careful there, Chick.
Timing was just a tad bit off.
And hits the first free throw. Goes 2 for 2.
Into the game for the Utah Jazz, number 2.
Minnesota with the basketball. Rose. Oh, good defense by the Jazz as they come away with the steal. The drive right to the basket. Ricky Rubio. Terrific shooting. He's 4 for 5.
Ricky's never really been the guy to look for his shot first, though he did average a career high in points per game last season, and it all starts with that blow-by first step that sets up his opponent.
Tough shot and nearly a chance at a three-point play. No foul.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
Here's Rubio up top. His guys should be able to get the final shot. Good. Off a spin. Long key from three-quarters court. That's it. First half has come to an end. The Timberwolves enjoying the advantage.
Thanks, Ed. Let's get right into the action here. The Timberwolves certainly didn't have a problem putting up points in the opening half. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. These are the guys getting buckets for the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Jazz may be in the building, but they did not show up for this game. At this point, it's all about pride and mental toughness. A comeback is not impossible, but it's also not likely. These are the guys getting buckets for the Utah Jazz.
Game track. Field goals.
As you can see in the highlights, this team did a terrible job of adjusting to the flow of the game. They're also lacking effort in their execution.
Player of the half.
Derrick Rose has already put together a pretty nice highlight reel for himself, and that's just after one half of basketball. He did a lot of scoring, and it probably won't stop anytime soon.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this, except that he fits the title of this segment? He was definitely cold in that first half. We handpicked them for you. Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
Back to Ed and Jay.
First half, very one-sided. What will the second half bring? We'll find out as we're underway. Minnesota at the controls. Rose. Probing the defense. Rose gets it in the left corner. Wiggins not getting the bounce. Here's Rubio into the front court. His guy's down 11. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Rubio into the front court. The deficit now up to a dozen. Going to launch beyond the arc. That out of his range and no good. Wiggins to Rose. Deep two there, won't go. Here's Rubio up top, down 12. Ricky Rubio. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
I got ball. Here we go. My ball.
Rose. From the painted area, won't go down. It's Jazz ball. Right!
Whoa! Get that out of here!
Message sent, Jay. Favors. Oh, denied!
As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down, clown.
Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Derrick Rose at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Whoops, that won't go. Here's Rubio into the front court. Down a dozen. For 3, buries it on the catch and shoot.
Every hero needs a good sidekick. Nice find to set up a 3.
Rose to Gibson. Yes, Andrew Wiggins. He's now 4 for 6.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
Has a chance. Wide open look, won't go.
I don't know why he rushed that shot. He was wide open. Take your time.
To Rose. From long range. Don't dare this guy. Derrick Rose, wide open, knocks it down.
I know there are refs on the court all the time, but it doesn't mean they can see every play. Maybe defensively, grab his jersey, step on his toe, do something to kind of change up his pace.
Utah's got it. Oh, a whistle.
His timing was a tad bit off.
Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions.
For the Timberwolves, number 32, Carl Anthony Towns.
Mitchell's shot comes up empty. Rose into the front court. His guys leading by 14. It's no good. Shots not going down. Mitchell with it up top. He'll run the offense. To Rubio. Wolves have it. Rose into the front court. Looking to make something happen. Stuffs it down with authority.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
To Favors. Deep right corner. Lets it fly from long range. Ingles taking the momentum of the 2018 playoffs into that 3.
Man, you making people dance out there? I see you with the footwork.
Rose to Towns. Rose. Derrick Rose at the line. First free throw is good. He delivers with 2 free throws.
Substitutions, Utah.
Three for 3. Nice. Utah ball.
Everybody pick up. D up.
Rubio. Here comes the screen. To Gobert. Stuffs it down with authority.
You know what I like about this pass play? Instead of putting his head down and forcing the action, he patiently waited for the play to develop.
Rose into the front court. Less than a minute to go in this third quarter. Karl Anthony Towns. Not a busy night, but effective. 2 for 2.
Ed, did you see what this pass just did? Now it encourages his teammates to move with more sense of urgency because they understand that next time down the court, they might be on the receiving end of that pass.
Rubio into the front court. His guys down big. Here comes the screen. Crowder shot off the mark. Towns. To Rose. And the slam.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Oh, that's rejected by Towns.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
3 quarters down, the fourth quarter coming up as the Timberwolves enjoy a nice cushion so far. It's Utah basketball as we begin the fourth quarter, and not a whole lot you could do in this situation other than give it your best shot.
And players don't like to hear this, Ed, but the reality of the matter is this is a character-building opportunity. Yes, you may lose this game, but that does not mean that you do not fight each and every possession.
The shot denied by Towns.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
He's going to the free throw line to shoot.
Ed and I want to go home too, but fouls like that only stop the clock for all of us.
Knocks down the first. Two for 2 on that trip. And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Oops, he missed the first one. No good. Missed them both. Rose into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go down.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short on the shot.
Slams it down. Where did that come from?
It's like he got in an elevator and went to floor 8. And Ed, I have to say something, okay? 6'3", 6 feet, 5'11", those aren't small guys. In the big scheme of things, they're pretty tall compared to the average person in public.
I feel like you're speaking from experience.
Everyday experience, my friend. Every day.
Gibson. Inside, he scores.
Well, look, you can't be caught flat-footed on defense. You need to be on the balls of your feet, especially in transition. You have to jab at that guy with the ball, hedge at him. Make him think that maybe you will take him. Maybe you'll fan out to a defender on the perimeter, but still keep him guessing. But when you don't do that, that's easy money.
Wiggins to Rose. Towns. Oh, not a good pass there as it's stolen by Utah.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
Rudy Gobert. He struggled just a little bit. 2 for 5.
No. See, this is where I lose my mind. If you have that height, you got to throw that one down with authority. Send a message.
No good. Oh, looked like he may have gotten him there. To Rose. Here's a chance from long range. Rare 3 for Rose. Defense was ready.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
Smart play to rip through the extended arm of the defender. That will get you to the free throw line every time.
First one, count it. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Lays it up and in.
You know, it reminds me, Ed, of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with the fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
It's Mitchell controlling the offense.
Send it. Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. Rose on the drive, but it won't go down.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jarring is only going to escalate.
Mitchell. That no good, off the mark.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
Mitchell with the basketball. Down a bundle. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
D. Favors may never become the star that some of us expected him to be for a guy taking 3rd overall in the 2010 NBA draft. But what he has done is build himself a very solid NBA career by being a strong, low-post presence.
And he finishes at the rim.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
Count the basket at the rim.
Everybody in the building, including myself, thought that pass was going somewhere else. Fool me once? Okay, but you're definitely not fooling me twice.
Good on the layup.
Well, we got a chance to firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Joe Ingles. Mitchell on the drive, but he can't finish. Grabs his own miss and scores. Good concentration.
Every once in a while, a player comes into the league without a lot of hype, but starts showing and, more importantly, proving himself every single night. Spider Mitchell is one of those type of generational players, and what's crazy to even think that a year ago, He almost decided to skip the NBA draft to becoming not one of the best players on his team, but one of the greatest players in the league itself. And how about this for a fact that will throw your mind? He finished his rookie season with a far better PER, that's a player efficiency rating, than other rookies, these rookies when they come into the league. That's John Stockton and Karl Malone. That says something.
Gets a look, can't hit. Rose into the front court. His guys holding the big lead. Trying to take it all the way, but it's no good. Slam dunk, Derek Favors.
I mean, defense, is it that easy? Can I see some reaction after somebody gets an easy dunk? Some yelling, some kind of emotion? I need you to get involved back in this ballgame.
Taj Gibson above the rim. At this point, if it continues, it just may be good night, Irene.
And ooh, I like that Irene line.
There you go, Jay.
And sometimes as a player on a defensive end, Ed, you need to draw a line in the sand. You have to find a way to change the narrative because right now the constant theme has been too many easy buckets.
Jay, don't deny it. You're an old soul at heart.
Yeah, I still don't know who Irene is, though.
Me neither. Knocked loose. Taken by the Wolves. Has a look. He had all day and all night to knock that one down. Need to hear more chatter on the defensive end.
Look, I get it. I've been one of the players who have had these mishaps happen to defensively. There is no worse feeling than the next day in film session watching yourself roam on the island by yourself. Somebody in this particular moment needs to tell you to get your head out of you-know-what to get back in the game.
It goes down.
And if you don't contest, he's knocking that down with ease.
Footer at the buzzer. It's a victory for the Timberwolves as they win this one handily. For Jay Williams and all our crew, I'm Ed Cohen saying so long for now. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports.
Here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Timberwolves put one in the win column with a solid performance. Sometimes a team can hurt itself by being too aggressive on defense, and sometimes a team can guarantee itself a win by using defensive aggression in a focused way, like we saw here today. Check out the leading scores for the Minnesota Timberwolves. The Jazz didn't lose big, but it wasn't exactly close either. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup.
Game track. Assists.
The Utah Jazz definitely suffered from poor communication in this game, and I say that because of how many assists they gave up. The frustration among them was pretty obvious. Derrick Rose didn't have much trouble working the defense and setting up his teammates with scoring opportunities.
Player of the game.
Derrick Rose seemed to think he could only score points with dunks in this game. Again and again, he kept throwing them down, and it was just astonishing.
Was cold.
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. These are the top plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
on behalf of Ed Coyne and Jay Williams, this is Jalen Rose signing off.